हे अम्बमानक स्वर्गस्थ पिता तुमरा नाम पूजित हो तुमरा राज्य आसो जयपरी स्वर्गरे सेपरी मर्त्यरे तुमरा इच्छा पूर्ण हो आज अम्बमान को दैनिक आहार दियो आंबे माने जयपरी निजर अपराधी क्षमा करो तुम्हें सेपरी अमर अपराध क्षमा करो प्रलोभन रे पड़वा को अमान को छाड़ो नहीं किंतु मंदिर रक्षा करो
दूतेर बंधना प्रणाम मारिया प्रसाद पूर्णा प्रभु तुम्हार सहाय তুমি নারী কুলে ধন্যা তোমার গর্ভফল যিশু ধন্য হে পুণ্যময়ী মা মারিয়া ঈশ্বর জননী আমরা পাপী এখনি আমাদের মৃত্যুকালে আমাদের মঙ্গল প্রার্থনা করো
आमीन।
बाप अते बेटे अते रूपा की वड्याई होवे जेड़ी मुडों से हुण है ते हमेशा होवेगी आमीन।
जय यीशु जी आमीन। Well done. Oh, wonderful. Now we have the video presentation by Father Anil Fernandez. Recap of yesterday's events, sessions, and everything we had done. So I hope you will enjoy that. Father Anil Fernandez from Mangalore.
So good morning all. Just to recap the yesterday's program. And this video is just taken out of passion and not planned as such, and this is produced vertically. Just bear with the display here. We have 2 videos to go. First one is about the inaugural session. some video codecs are missing, therefore the video is of high resolution. Some visuals you couldn't see, so kindly bear with the laptop. Let's go. Okay, we'll go with the
Like this was like a place, jungle, but something happened and we thought of, and only those whom we know. How many are going to come? So as you come with a region, when you introduce yourself, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, hallelujah, praise God. Okay, what do you have to do? First,
Okay, let's get one more to join tomorrow for the Vijay belong to Jesus.
hallelujah, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. This one announcement. The Lord. Okay, let's join also. Praise the Lord, amen, amen. Praise the Lord, amen, amen.
Okay, so sit and place it anywhere on any side. Place it here. She can't move. Okay. All the partners go out. Oh. Okay, that was a try.
தோழன் முஸ்தபா வாழ்க்கை பயணம் டே பை டே மூழ்காத ஷிப் டோன்ட் வரி முஸ்தபா டே பை டே ஷிப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்
प्रेम की बारी प्रेम की बारी प्रेम की बारी
அரசியலும் வெல்லம் என்ன சந்தியில் முகப்பு நாங்கடிக்காமச்சு இப்போ
Thanks for watching. These videos will be shared on WhatsApp group later and you can enjoy them again.
Thank you, Father Anil, for bringing us the sweet memories of yesterday's evening and also the entire session we had very beautifully. Now we'll move ahead with the next session. I would like to welcome Father Olau Kayado to welcome our beloved Bishop Henry D'Souza. Father Olau.
Bishop is saying not to introduce him formally. He was welcomed yesterday, but this is in different tone. I take this as a privilege, Bishop, to introduce you. The distinguished Most Reverend Henry D'Souza serves as esteemed fourth Bishop of the Bellary Diocese, embodying a spiritual luminary and a compelling advocate for societal progress. Born on September 9, 1949 in Kinigoli, Mangalore. His life's journey reflects a profound dedication to the well-being and advancement of the Catholic community. In 2008, Bishop D'Souza assumed the episcopal role, marking the commencement of his visionary leadership in the Diocese of Bellary. Grounded in a history of service, he previously held the position of Executive Secretary for Social Communication and at the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India, CBCI, headquarters in New Delhi. Noteworthy contributions include his instrumental role in crafting the National Pastoral Plan for Social Communications in 2003. Additionally, he has served as a national president of UNDA OCIC, now known as Signis, and held the position of Asian Secretary within the same organization. Beyond his diocesan responsibilities, Bishop Henry D'Souza has held pivotal supra-diocesan positions such as chairmanship of the CBCI Office for Social Communications, chairmanship of NISCOT in Delhi, and the role of ecclesiastical advisor to ICPA and Signis India. Notably, he played a significant role as the apostolic administrator of the Diocese of Shimoga from 2012 to 2014. Bishop D'Souza's legacy transcends ecclesiastical boundaries with a profound impact on education, culture, and community development. His pioneering initiatives led to the establishment of Sandesha, a foundation for culture and education, Sandesha College of Fine Arts, the Karnataka state-level Sandesha Awards, and events such the Children's Karavali Chitrasava and Triveni Sangama. all aimed at fostering diversity in languages and cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear fathers, my dear sisters, presenting Reverend Henry D'Souza.
Good morning, everybody. It feels good to be with you all. If I feel like homecoming. It feels good and great. Also, it's good to be in this exotic and exciting Goa. We have very close association with Goa. Mangalore and Goa have been closely associated. Can you imagine? Goa is was perhaps the largest diocese of the world. It extended from Angola, Mozambique, India, Malaysia, China, right up till Japan. Right up till Japan. And the Archbishop here is also called the Patriarch of the East. The Patriarch of the East. And that is because that was the diocese which served the entire area. And Goa has given us such great saints and missionaries. Wonderful indeed. So once again, it feels really good to be here. Dear friends, a gentleman had a difficulty in controlling his drinks. And once he found difficult to control drinks, he had difficulty in controlling his words also. On Sunday, he was dead drunk. After Mass, he got drunk, came home and looked for his wife, changed into his home dress and went in search of his wife. Wife was in the kitchen. He went there and told her, "See, I have great dreams. And my great dream is, if you elect me the moderator, we call in some dioceses vice president of the parish council, I will change the entire parish," he said. "I will change the entire parish." Wife did not respond to it much. She continued with her cooking. Then he said, "If you elect me as the mayor of this city, you will see I will transform the entire city. I will change the city." For that also wife did not respond. Third one, "You elect me and make me the chief minister of the state. You will see the entire state will be changed, transformed." She looked at him intently and angrily and said, "What? You will change the parish? You will change the city and change the state? First go and change my langa. You have worn langa, change into lungi," he said. She said, "Change your lungi." Dear friends, all of us have some dream or the other. We want to change, usher in change, but sadly not much is happening. Let's see how we can progress. Say, the topic this morning is given to me, communication for truth, dialogue and unity. Both should lead us to unity. There is so much of good in the world. Look at it. There is so much of good in the world. Variety of goodness, variety of technologies, variety of actions, a variety of programs. We should really indeed be happy about it for the good that we have, which is galore. Then there is also widespread falsehood, division, hatred, intolerance, violence, crime. There is so much of it all around us. Falsehood, untruth. Media are also God's gifts to us. That's what the documents say. Incidentally, This year is the 58th year of the promulgation of the, 60 years of the promulgation of the decree on communications. 58 years of declaration of the promulgation of the decree of Nostra Aetate at the new age. At the new age. This on interreligious dialogue, which was promulgated on the 28th of October 1965. Media are God's gift to humanity. John Paul II called it, they are a window to the world. Media are a window to the world. They are a gift to humanity. Then, Nostra Aetate, 58 years ago, encouraged us to go for dialogue, mutual understanding between Christians and Jews, Islam, Hinduism and Buddhism. And the motto should be, or the motive should be, to look for truth. To look for truth. And our special responsibility is to dialogue and foster unity and fraternity in the comity of nations, among the people of all cultures. Pope Francis gave us Fratelli Tutti. All are brothers and sisters. I do not have to tell you what truth is. I don't have to tell you what dialogue is. I don't have to tell you what unity is. Now, the mission of Jesus was essentially to unify, to reconcile, to make all brothers and sisters, to restore the sonship and the daughtership of every human being. It is said so well in Galatians chapter 3 verses 13 and 14. It says, Jesus was cursed. He cursed the one nailed to the cross. He became cursed to take away our curse of death and destruction, so that the blessing promised to Abraham may be available even to the Gentiles. Mark the words. Mark the words of Paul. The curse is taken away through the death of Jesus. He has conquered sin so that we may live. And this blessing promised to Abraham now is made available not merely to Catholics. He says to all Gentiles, even to the Gentiles. That is the unity of humanity. Unity. Jesus presented God to the people as one who loves, cares for, and he forgives. In John 3:16, God so loved the world, he gave his only Son, not to condemn, but to redeem. Mark the words. He does not say he loved the Catholics. Does not say he loved the Christians. The word used is world. God loved the world. The entire world is lovable, and God loved it, even died for it. He loved it unconditionally. Secondly, in Ephesians 1:10, there is a plan of God to fulfill everything in Christ Jesus. This is the great mystery of God's plan, to restore everything in Christ Jesus. Galatians, Christ redeemed us, died for us, so that the blessing is available. In John's Gospel, it should be chapter 4, not 5. Chapter 4, 1 to 42, we have the story of the woman of Samaria. Jesus goes to the well of Jacob. How did he go? Not in a cart, not in a car, not in a helicopter. He walked. He walked and waited for this woman. And the woman came to draw water. Where did Jesus go? He went to an alien land. From Judea to Samaria. Alien land. Jews always thought these people are infidels. They are unfaithful. So he went to the alien land, talked to a woman, alien woman, waited for her to come, and then asked for water. This is something very significant. He went to a place where people would come. He did not wait for the people to come to him. He went to people where people would come for something. A communicator perhaps has to go to where people gather. Where do our youth gather? Where are people gathering? Where there is sports, entertainment, where there is celebration, where there are cinema, media. Wherever people are, perhaps a communicator has to go to. And Jesus engaged her into a dialogue all along, engaged her, and thereafter not only revealed to her who he was, he revealed to her who she was. And her eyes were opened. And this is the communication we're talking about. In the 10th chapter of Luke, we have the story of the Good Samaritan. He loved a foreigner, a fellow sojourner, but foreigner. And at his own risk, at the cost of his comfort, he helped him and became a good Samaritan. Then we have also the incredible centurion in the 8th chapter of Matthew. Jesus commended his belief. Such a faith I have not seen in the entire Israel. Such was the great faith of the centurion. Jesus reached out to all sections of people. The Samaritan woman, Zacchaeus on the tree, and the believing centurion, the thief on the right hand side of the cross. This morning I was talking about the two serpents, two trees, two Eves, two Adams, two fathers. Father Abraham, father in faith, he did not sacrifice his son. He took him, but he gave an alternative. God gave him alternative, but God the Father sacrificed his own son on Calvary. Then there are two thieves. One was asking Jesus to bring him down, and other one was asking him to take him up, to lift him. And when you go to heaven, paradise, you remember me. And he was saved. Was he baptized? Did he say the creed? Did he say the creed? Was he baptized? Was he given sacraments? Nothing. But he was good enough because he accepted Jesus. Good enough. And that is what we are proclaiming. Yes. Then, interreligious dialogue calls for a number of things. First of all, our terminology should be clear. I don't have to tell you what truth is. What is truth? Can anybody tell me here? Truth is not 1 plus 1 is 2, 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 mangoes and 3 mangoes make 5. That is not merely truth. What is truth? Can anybody tell me? Truth is person. 11 years ago, I was attending the World Youth Day in Madrid, and Pope Benedict XVI came over there and he addressed the university faculty, and there I was also one of the invitees for that conference. It was held in the San Lorenzo Escorial. There's a Augustinian monastery of the 15th century. A big monastery, very big monastery. And that's where this session was held. Pope Benedict stated, truth is Jesus. Why? Jesus said, I am the way, life and the truth. And Pilate asked him, what is truth? Jesus has already declared, truth is the person. Secondly, truth is common good. Truth is common good. It's not merely facts. It is not mathematics. A truth is a relationship. And the truth is God is love. That is the truth. And that's why in 1 John chapter 4, John says, God is love. And those who do not love are false. Not loving is falsehood. They are liars. Falsehood. What is real truth is love. Truth is God. Truth is Jesus. And truth is common good. Secondly, what is dialogue? I don't have to tell you much about it. There are parish priests and assistants living in a presbytery. They would not talk 2 months together. No dialogue. There are communities looking into, with members into different directions. One husband was saying, I didn't speak to my wife for a week, he said. Why he didn't speak to her at all? Why? Because I did not want to interrupt her. She is speaking for the last 7 days. So he doesn't want to interrupt her. Yeah. There are some husbands, they can open their mouth only when they can yawn. When they yawn. I went to a school, our headmistress is a lady, and there are many men working in that school, and the people say, we are all dominated. You understand what I say. It can be either way. Whatever it is, dialogue. Dialogue, I think you understand what dialogue is. Thirdly, unity. Unity is not tying people together. You tie a dog and a cat by the tail, there is a unit. There is a unity. Is that unity you are talking about? Dog and a cat tied together? That is not the unity. Unity is communion. Unity is journeying together. Unity is walking together, listening with the heart, and witnessing to common good, promoting common good, and that's exactly what it is. So primarily the dialogue, announcement of the truth, and promotion of unity is to deepen understanding of oneself, one's own identity. You must know your Catholic faith. If you want to dialogue with somebody else, you must know the Catholic faith. That's why this time when we had the children's festival in Bellary, I told them the theme given was, Jesus is my Lord and God. Can our Catholics tell you why Jesus is God? Why he is divine? Are they able to explain this? Not able to explain. They don't know their own faith. Are we able to explain that we believe in a triune God? Muslims say God of the Christians and God of the Muslims are same God, they say. Is it the same God? No doubt they believe in Abraham, Moses, and Dawood, David, and Solomon. All yes. But is it the same God? They say same God. But their God is one, never incarnated. Never incarnated. That God has no son. He cannot have a son unless he has a wife. Yeah. But our God can have a son without a wife. Because the God is all-powerful God. He can create. Can he also have a son? He can have a son. It's a relationship. That's our God. Our God is love. Our God is immanent. Then, secondly, this Jesus is the same Jesus and they believe there is a Isa. The Isa is no doubt is a prophet, but he has not died on the cross. Allah made him appear to have died, and somebody else died on the cross. Is it not God cheating? Can God cheat? Put somebody else and make people believe this? No, we are not believing and such a thing. Our Jesus, our God is incarnated. He died for us and he rose for us. He will come back again. This is the God we are believing in. So we must know our own faith clearly. We must know we are not worshipping Mary. We are venerating, yes, but not worshipping Mary. Many people have lot of doubts about what our practices are. How God is a triune God. The very first chapter of the Bible says, let us make man unto our own image and likeness. What does God? Let me make, he says. No, he says, let us make unto our image and likeness, not mine. Then, when Abraham was in the tent, how many people visited him? How many persons visited him? 3 persons visited him. One God. At the baptism of Jesus. And the final commission of Jesus, all authority is given to me. Matthew 28, 18, 19, 20. All authority is given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore, preach to all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Is it not clear? Is it not clear? And that's like, I and the Father are one. Please, we need to know our own faith. Secondly, enhance one's contribution to common good. Why we have to dialogue? Because that's the way it is. God made all of us brothers and sisters. All are to be saved. All are to receive the blessing promised to Abraham. All, even Gentiles. And Jesus has died for all. So, common good and nation building. Fostering universal human fraternity and solidarity. Interfaith dialogue for and promotion of unity is for cooperation, constructive and positive interaction. Many times we disagree with those who wear saffron, but they are not our enemies. I go to them, they come to us. It is, we are brothers. You declare to them, even to the Muslims, whosoever it is. Muslims are not supposed to be our friends. They cannot salute us as per the Quran. They cannot salute. We are supposed to be unbelievers. But yet for us, they are our brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Not merely in words, in attitude and in affection. So there should be profound cooperation and search of a deeper spirituality. Deeper spirituality. Presence of God there. God is at work everywhere. God is not conditioned to a community, to a faith, to one faith. God is available for all. Then knowing, listening, and walking together with all sorts of people, even those that do not agree with us. Don't agree with us. Then the Bandung document of the Asian Bishops' Conference many years ago gave us the triple dialogue of life, spirit, and of action. With especially action with the poor. Then look for stories to share. Some profound stories that are happening among us. Focus on witnesses. There are so many of our people working so hard, and more especially sisters. Many places, our school institutions for the mentally retarded, physically challenged, leprosy people with leprosy, AIDS, and other things are working. It's because of the dedicated work of the sisters. I have seen personally where every week some of the sisters going to the leprosy colonies, bandaging their wounds. Nobody else treats them with respect. Nobody else treats them with respect. They are caring for them so profoundly. So these are the stories to be highlighted by us for the edification of others, so that we are able to build up fraternity among people. And we need to highlight the witnesses, the martyrdom of Devasagayam Pillai and Mother Teresa of Kolkata, Saint Teresa of Kolkata, and of course the martyrdom of Blessed Rani Maria. And now we have more martyrs from Kandamahal. Fantastic stories are there. Fantastic stories. One of them was dragged out of the bus and he was asked, what is there in your bag? What else? Bible. Arey, why you are carrying Bible? Why? Because that's the book which has touched my life. No, you should burn it. How can I do it when the Lord has helped me to and changed my life? He was brutally killed just because he professed his faith in the Lord and in the Holy Bible. And these are the testimonies to be highlighted by us. The Catholic communicators, for us, our interaction with the world should be exemplary. More especially, not only among ourselves, all sorts of media people. I see here, there are more priests here. Good, we should have more priests and some more nuns. But where are the lay people? Where are the lay professionals? When are they going to be Signis members working in the secular media, witnessing to the gospel that we proclaim? Where are they when are they going to be members here, doing work? They're out there, wherever they are. These are the questions to be answered by each one of us. We are the light of the world. We are the city built on a height mountain. We are the salt of the earth. We are the leaven transforming the world. We are the perfume taking away the stench of the society. Our online presence should be radically distinct from what the world offers. This morning I told you something about Bishop Murray, what he said about Jerusalem and the war in Gaza. And you know how powerfully and beautifully he speaks about it. Social media allows Christian teens and youth to connect with the like-minded individuals and communities. You don't have to. This is there in towards a full presence. Towards a full presence, the recent document of the of the Vatican. Then social media provides us a platform for old friends or family members to be connected. People with family across the world are able to keep in touch with each other and communicate with each other with such warmth. And this has to be highlighted and promoted. The church in India, there was a time the church in India was at the forefront in media. Our missionaries started the first printing presses. They started the local publications. They translated the Bible into the local languages. They gave the grammar books. You name any language in India. Many of them have all the work, the pioneering work is done by our Catholic missionaries. We were at the forefront. And today we are lagging behind and lagging behind, far, far, far behind. St. Francis Xavier came to this hallowed land with that crucifix and with that little bell. He was able to do so much to the world within 10 years. You know how long it took for him to come from Portugal to Spain to India? Portugal to India? 13 months by boat. 13 months. And 2 of his friends died on the way during the voyage. And that threw them into the sea. That was the sacrifice they did, but so powerfully they were able to preach. The yeoman services done by our church. You name any field, the amount of good work that is done by our priests, religious and lay faithful. Among the leprosy people, Sister Emmanuel in northern Karnataka worked in Bidar mission in that area. In the 3, 4, 5 districts, she eradicated this leprosy. Eradicated. Can you imagine? In a few years of her service, she was able to eradicate. There are some other places where our people have had a powerful intervention. Caste system was done away with. Sati was done away with Christian influence. But in some places, this caste system is still infecting us. Sharp caste division. So much so, in some places we have got trouser churches. You know what trouser church is? You know what? We are wearing trousers. The church is like a trouser. One for upper caste, one wing for upper caste, other wing for lower caste. Still there. In Vadakangulam, I think it is still there. In many places, these things are still there. Cemeteries have segregations. Can you imagine? Among Catholics, segregation in the cemeteries, sharp and bitter negative divisions among bishops, priests, and religious and our people. Why? So much of intolerance within. Yes. When are we going to be our neighbors? Or are we going to say like Cain, am I my brother's keeper? You are. All of us are. Then there's the empowerment of the backward sections and the poor is done by so many of our missionaries. I was at a university consultation and Professor Champa, he was Chandrasekhar Patil. His pen name was Champa, an eminent writer and a worker among the promoter of the dignity of the Dalits. He said, today if I am able to be a professor and work among the universities and work for the promotion of dignity among people, it is because of the Christian Catholic missionaries, he said. Because of them. He declared publicly. And that's exactly the empowerment done by our people, which has to be highlighted by us. Promoting drama, song, dance, and there are many here coming from Tamil Nadu with that Kalai Kaveri, Nanjil Nathan, and many Santom. Then also the visual communication department of the Loyola. Now today is most sought after. Some people approached me whether I can recommend somebody for a seat there, admission there. So much is the demand now. Dear friends, these are the success stories are to be highlighted by us, which are promoting truth, dialogue and unity. What can we do and what we must do? What must we do? Can we do it? We can do it. Don't say can't. We all can do it. And how do you do it? Promote a synodal church at all levels. You hold always a consultation at all levels. Wherever you are working, build up a team and communicate with them thoroughly. We were conducting a pastoral management program in Mangalore, and Mr. George Menezes, a famous trainer from Mumbai, had come there, and he was talking about management. You know, one of the principal got up and said, "What management? What meetings? I call the staff, I tell them what to do, and they do it." That is management. He calls the staff members and he tells them what they have to do, and they do it, he says. But he was a very humorous man. You know why? There was during that meeting there was one discussion. Bishop's silver jubilee of Episcopal ordination was coming up. And during that time, somebody proposed that we should put up a silver jubilee memorial block, a building. Maybe for a hospital or for anywhere. And Bishop got up and said, "No, you shall not, you build a building, but don't give my name," he said. "Don't give my name." This priest got up, Father Joseph Matthias, got up and said, "If Bishop does not want his name to be given to that building, don't worry, build the building. I have no objection to put my name," he said. "I have no objection to put my name." And he also had a very, very fine humor. that time one discussion came up where the priest's health is getting spoilt. Why? You didn't get proper cooks. And there are no people coming forward to work as cooks for priests. And that's why their health is getting spoiled. Then somebody said, can we employ women in our presbyteries as cooks? That time this is employ a woman in your presbytery to cook for you. She should be either above 60 years. If not possible. This Father Joseph Matthias got up and said, if I don't get a woman of 60 years to cook for me, can I employ 2 women of 30 years, he said. That was Father Joseph Matthias. And yeah, it's only the humor, but he was a humorous person, but management was poor. He's dead and gone. He's up there, must be listening to us. Then our communication should strengthen the bonds among people, and they are also bonds. People are working for you, their family should be good. Their family bonds should be good. We should be able to help them to build up better families, better institutions, better models of communication, better moving together, better communion, better participation. And that should be the approach we should always have. Then to promote and intensify small Christian communities, family units, youth associations. Don't make your media apostolate narrow, tunnel vision. No. As broad as possible, as inclusive as possible, as diverse as possible. And that's exactly what has to be promoted. Then accompany families in their evangelizing mission. Accompany youth, co-opt them, make them your partners and collaborators, volunteers. Father Vijay would remember we used to have Kalos over there. And not less than 600, 800 schools used to participate. Toppers only, not everybody. Toppers. And who are running this? I used to select 10 or 12 PUC students who scored more than 90%. Give them this responsibility. They do it so perfectly. We needed 72 teams of judges. 72 teams. And coordination is not easy. Simultaneous work. And these you were able to do so perfectly. And today they are all well positioned and they are even supporting my ministry. They are helping my ministry. Keep in touch with them, make them your collaborators. Assist the youth with a vision which is authentic. Be a model to them and inspire them. Dear friends, we are not really doing enough to encourage our laity to be media persons. Our effort should be every diocesan center identifies at least 3 young men and women. If need be, supports them with scholarship and sends them to the universities or to NISCOT to be trained as media persons. Because we need them as new missionaries of the new media age in the digital world. We need them. Where we can't go, they will go. They will do the work. You follow? This should be a focused approach. No matter what you do or don't do, but at least identify at every level 2, 3, 5 people, send them for training. Get them postgraduate degrees and make them to work in media. That should be our priority. Seize every opportunity to promote dialogue across communities in the parishes. If there is a crisis, rush there. I follow this. I just don't tell you this. If in our diocese, if there is a problem and I come to know about it, I ask somebody to attend to it. Not done, I will go and spend time there. listening to them, addressing the problem. Or else it becomes a wound. Then it will pester you. It may require even amputation. And that's exactly what happens. Do not allow it to become a gangrene. Promote various initiatives among the youth, among the people. Promote them, identify them, highlight them. Make a story about it. Write it, share it in the social media or in your website. Variety of these initiatives are there among the people. Look at that Auto Raja in Bangalore. The marvelous work that is being done. I tell you, we had a youth convention in the Christ University. 3,000 youth were there, that particular 4,000 youth. And he gave his testimony as to how he is doing this work. Youth stood up and gave him a standing ovation. Can you imagine? Spontaneously. Because the type of work he is doing among the destitute and the poorest of the poor. Then there's make the Constitution of India our people's book. We are today enjoying democracy because of our Constitution. It should be our book. After Bible, that should be the book we follow. And our students at every level should be able to show allegiance to the Constitution. And also read the preamble at every assembly, school assembly. We have made it mandatory. It has to be done. Then encourage and motivate laity to be actively involved in the secular world with all initiatives. You have your Catholic associations, parish pastoral councils, deanery councils, diocesan pastoral councils. These are to take part in the public life. Not just priests and nuns. Not just priests and nuns. It is people with the commitment to truth, with the dialogical approach. People who are more inclusive in their approach should be co-opted as spokespersons and as public relations persons. These, so that what they say is accepted more widely. You are not merely sharing for only to a small community. And your vision is not tunnel vision, not telescopic, wider vision. That should be overall approach. Then highlight our service activities. Look at the amount of work the church is doing. I tell you, today if you are able to serve, live in peace, is much of it because of our service activities. Don't say only because of our big universities and big expensive institutions. Rather, they bring us negative name. When they go for admissions, gates are closed. So people become unapproachable. Unapproachable. When I was in Delhi, one day I went to the neighboring convent school, very prestigious school. From all over Delhi, people would come there for admissions. There are two schools. One is of the Christian Brothers, Columbus School, and the other one is J.S. and Mary School. You are aware of it. When I went there, I found about 30-40 people. One of them was a police officer, a senior officer, a police officer, and others. And they're all out there waiting. Nobody is there from among the religious to meet them. I rang the bell. They welcomed me. Sisters welcomed me and offered me coffee, this and that. Sisters, coffee later. Why are these people here, I asked. They are here. They are for admission, Father. They are always there. Always they are there. They are for admission. Sisters, we talk about crossing the seas and the mountains to go and preach the good news. Here there are 30-40 people come here to waiting for you, and you don't even know to attend to them. You don't have to go out with your admission register to admit them. Can't two senior sisters or juniors go and meet them? Sir, relax. What is that you want? Admission? Have you applied? And then it will be considered. What is your, take down the numbers. If it is possible, we will give it to you. Anyhow, I will talk to the people concerned, and if there is anything possible, you will be intimated. You talk to them. You talk to them. Then there is no negativity. No negativity. I was at Jhansi, and the sisters are complaining, we have a novitiate here, we have a juniorate house here, and the thing is, all these people are against us. All this. Then they break open the compound wall, break open the gate, and come and bother the sisters, in spite of having Alsatian dogs and in spite of having a superior also. I asked them, what is your interaction with the public? What is the interaction? What interaction? Every week, twice, our vehicle goes out to the market, empty, comes out with plenty. And people see that. People see it. Nothing more. Nothing more. What you do inside, nobody knows. I told them, open your gates. Ask the novices, call the neighboring children, give them once a week some tuition, give them little music class, teach them little dance, and every Saturday let the sisters go out 2 by 2 into the neighborhood. Today the whole atmosphere is changed. Not because people have changed, sisters have facilitated a change. A change. You follow? For the Sunil is here, he will vouch for me what I say. Our bishop's house had no watchman. Our bishop's house is locked only in the night. Anybody can walk in honorably. Our compound walls are not high. People will not disturb you when you communicate with them, when you treat them with respect. You don't require a watchman, you don't require Alsatian, but we have 2 dogs, but only at night. When we sleep, they keep awake. You know, the Psalm 121 says, your Lord does not slumber, does not sleep, he is awake. Like that. When you sleep, that's exactly. Now, what is required is highlight these stories through your media, and you will see a change comes in. Then, in spite of many grave challenges and setbacks, our country is still secular. Our inter-religious the relationships are good enough, but they can be better. Do you agree with me? They can be better, but they are not the best. They are not the best. Good. This is the statement of CBCI Plenary 2019. Our Christian faith gives us hope to move ahead, to contribute our work for unity and diversity of this country. Great strides are made in the digital world towards promotion of this truth, dialogue, and unity among peoples. People are moving towards digital highways, towards full presence. Then transform the digital world through your dreams, through your values, and through the hope. And the theme given for the coming Jubilee is Pilgrims of Hope. Pilgrims of Hope. Give good news to the people and hope to the people. Then internet was to be promised land, but sadly for many people it has become a bane, a problem. But nonetheless we have to strive and do our best to use it for the better. Then strained relationships are to be mended. What people require is how to cultivate positive attitudes among the people. See, Pope Francis gives us in Laetitia Amoris such a wonderful formula. What does he say? See the simple way of communicating. He says, tell every family that they should use 3 words. What are the 3 words? 3 things. Say thank you, say please, and say I'm sorry. Very simple. So every day you must use these words. What are they? Thank you. Please. Yes. Yeah. There is so much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for in the families. You see, grandpa, he is sleeping because he is sick today. He is running temperature. Grandson goes to him and grandpa, how are you feeling? Then he will put he will put the coverlet on him and say, Grandpa, good night. See, these are things to be cultivated. Wife sees her husband coming from the work. He is tired. She prepares a coffee for him and puts some sugar, stirs it, then she tastes to see whether sugar is enough. See the beauty of it. Then she offers it. These are the things to be highlighted through our media. Small things, but they are great, powerful testimonies to people. Highlight these things. Then, this also, listening with the ear, listening with the heart, you all know. Pope Francis encourages us to listen with the heart. Always encourage face-to-face interaction. You move out, you reach out. You speak out, you talk to, engage them in conversation. I said 3 words. Second one, and the Pope also says, show signs of love. We all love, but we do not use signs of love. What are the signs of love? Smile, eye contact, touch, embrace. These are the things to be used, not with everybody and anybody and everywhere. Yeah. Yes. On the road to Jericho, you will meet on the way to Jericho. In the digital media, it allows us people to meet beyond the boundaries and space and cultures. Media can be seen as another road to Jericho. This is a highway to reach out to people, a variety of people. Then, but do it with authenticity. It is not merely message credibility, it is a source credibility. If you are credible, your message is credible. And if you are incredible, inverted commas, then your message will not be credible. Your message will not be credible. Then Dr. G.S. Shivarudrappa, an eminent poet of Karnataka, died just 2 years ago. He had something very beautiful to say. You know what he says? In this holy land of India, we have Hindus, we have Muslims, we have Christians, we have Buddhists, we have Jains, we have Lingayats, and Sikhs. But I am looking for human beings. Where are they? In Kannada it sounds out very good. Nanu hudukodu manujarannu avarellidare. I am looking for human beings. Where are they? Second, in this land, hallowed land, for Hindus we have temples, for Muslims we have masjids, for Christians we have churches, for Sikhs we have gurudwaras, for Buddhists we have basdis, and for Lingayas we have mutts. But I am looking for God. Where is He? Is He in the stone, in the wood, in the structure? No, He is in the human beings. It is the parish priest, he wanted to, on a Saturday, he wanted to meet God and ask Him what he must tell his parishioners next day. What he must say his parishioners next day. So he climbed the bell tower. He climbed the belfry and in the evening shouted at God, God, where are you? And what must I tell your people tomorrow? God asked him, Father, where are you? Or I am here on the tower. And God tells him, I am with your people. I am with your people. Where is our God? God is with the people. And the parish priest is on the tower. And in Delhi, I was celebrated the Mass of the Holy Trinity. and I was coming out, and some youth came and met me, and he said, "Father, thank you for telling us what God is. Our parish priest also like God is." They said, "Our parish priest also like God." Why you say so? Why? Because during the week we don't see him. And on Sundays we don't understand him. So we don't see him during the week. There are some parish priests are better than that. You know what parish they call parish priests? PPs, no? What is PP? What is PP? Problematic person. Not all. Some are problematic persons. And then there are assistant also. Who is that assistant? APP. What is APP? Another problematic person. I'm just joking. I went to an institution. There were two priests. They were rather too dominant. You know what people told me? "Father, Bishop, we had one enough. Why did you bring a second one also?" Can you imagine this? Dear friends, it is not merely talking, it is the attitude. It is the respect we have for people at all levels, at all times. At all times. So our attitude should be one that of always truthfulness, honesty, always. From one parish, we had a little difficulty. What is the difficulty? Parish priest used to every Sunday announce, first Sunday, first Mass collection was this Mass, second Mass this Mass, third Mass, and total was this Mass. All right, good. He went abroad for a month, and the Capuchins came there to celebrate Mass. And Capuchin priest told the people, finance committee members, you collect the money and you tell me how much it is. Earlier the money was 3,500, 3,780. Now the Capuchin has come, the finance committee is counting the money. Now the collection is only 13,500, 13,800. What you say should be credible. At all times, not sometimes, at all times. That is truth. Second one is dialogue, at all times, with all sorts of people, all sorts of people. Even our enemies, our brothers, says Pope Francis. There are no enemies. They are also our brothers. Jesus said, "Judas, friend, dost thou betray your master with a kiss?" No enemies. Anytime. Thirdly, always promoting unity. Promoting unity. Am I clear? Things are clear. With this, I close saying one quote. It is said in communication, if you want to be seen, stand up. If you want to be heard, speak up. And if you want to be appreciated, shut up. Done. Any questions? Any questions? Yeah. Not that I know more answers. Yes.
Hello. Yeah. If you have any questions, please raise your hands.
Hello.
The biggest or greatest cause of division among religions or followers, different religions, are gods themselves. The gods of Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Hanuman, cannot go with the gods of Christianity, Father, Son, Spirit, Our Lady. So also the gods of other faith, Islam or our Sarna. My point is, if all these gods come together, then automatically the followers will come together. Don't you think the biggest causes are gods themselves?
Very good. Shall we leave this answer to the another workshop for gods? Huh? Is it all right? Yeah. But one thing, religions don't fight. Gods don't fight. Have you seen any time gods fighting? Have you seen any time religions fighting? Islam does not fight. Christianity does not fight. It is Christians who fight, Muslims who fight, Hindus who fight. You follow? You understand? They do. Gods don't fight. Religions and gods are not enemies. Humans are. That's why when the UN celebrated the 50th Jubilee of UN Foundation, you know what they said? Wars don't start in the battlefield. Wars start in the hearts of men and women. Wars don't start in the battlefield. They start in the hearts of men and women. So what you see is, don't speak merely on what divides us. There is so much which unites us. We are not enemies of each other. We have common enemies. And who are the common enemies? Poverty, illiteracy, casteism, divisions, diseases. These are the enemies. Not religions, not gods. I have not seen in my life all along gods fighting, religions fighting. Good, thank you.
Yeah, Father Richard.
Yeah, this is question regarding one of the point you made in the dissertation. That is, once upon a time, like we were the pioneers in communication and everything. Today, we have lost it. Why do you think that we lost? Is it a good development or is it not that good development? Whether we are encouraging, we are decreasing so that others increase? That's one question. Second is just connected to that, to the topic. Speak the truth in love. Is there any other option to speak the truth other than love?
There is no alternative to truth, no alternative to dialogue, no alternative to unity. All right? Alternative is disastrous. Consequences, implications are more demanding. Clear? Why we are lost? We are lost the fire which is not burning in our hearts. We got distracted. We got distracted. We are not kept up the pace. We have not made sufficient investment in our personnel and in not prioritized our resources. I don't have to say, each of us, we know these answers. Any other?
Any other question? Anybody would like to ask any question?
Anybody understood more than what I said here? All right. If that is so small, I'm asked to also present the National Pastoral Plan, which is revised. Dear friends, we are at a historic time. This year, what is it? Something. Shall I continue for a few minutes? Yes, just. Yeah.
Hello, please pay attention.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of India held its plenary assembly in 2004 in Trichur in the Mary Mata Seminary on the theme called to be a communicating church. It was perhaps the first conference of the bishops which deliberated on the theme of communications. That time, Cardinal Oswald Gracious was the chairman and I was the secretary, and we had a very, very fruitful deliberation, and eminent persons like N. Ram of the Hindu and others came to address the bishops. Now, revised pastoral plan was drawn. Some of you are present this. We had a meeting at the national consultation at NBCLC in June, and some of you are present there. We had the involvement of the Signis and ICPA, some of the broadcasting channels and the heads, commissions, bishops and others. Yes. We acknowledge that communication has come to center stage. We are in the media age, in the digital village, and all of us need to do our very best in the service of the nation and the church and the kingdom of God. What is the context? Revisiting the pastoral plan for social communications. It was prepared in 2005. I had the privilege of visiting all that time we had 12 regions, now 14 regions. All the 12 regions of India, and we had plans, not only national plan, we had plans for the regions also. Now this year, in the 19th year of the plan, 30th year of I think, Aetatis Novae, at the dawn of a new age. In 92, 93. 92 it was given. Then 60 years of the Inter Mirifica. 60 years of Inter Mirifica. 1963 that document was promulgated on communications. So I think historic time. Then remembering these are the milestones. There is a media landscape itself is changing. That's why we have to revisit the pastoral plan for India. Process of consultation nationally, then also among the bishops. Then it was presented to the CBCI Standing Committee on the 25th of September, and it approved unanimously. It was approved unanimously at the CBCI Standing Committee held at St. John's. And we have got 8 areas of action, 8 priority areas. First, setting up where there is none, rejuvenation where there is one, and evaluation of our communication apostolate. We must do this. It is not here enough to have this center and forever it remains only a center. Whether it is active or inactive, no matter. There should be evaluation held. There should be a commission and evaluation held. Secondly, formation and training of personnel. First of all, pastoral clergy. During this time, the Standing Committee, bishops pointed out that some years ago, during this period, we had training programs for bishops. Bishops carrying the laptop and learning this computer and also this, what is that, internet and all the things. They came to Mumbai and they came to Mangalore. Among them, Cardinal Topo, Cardinal Hausi and many others. This time also they said, you must do something for bishops, and especially in the area of AI, artificial intelligence. Dear fathers, you must do something in this line for your clergy and for your bishops. We have in Bellary on the 13th of this month on pastoral communication and social media, and another session on artificial intelligence. Not that all our priests will be able to understand it, but they are intelligent enough to know that they are not understood it fully and try to use it. Important. Formation is very critical. Above all, formation of our laity, lay talents. Third, networking with the mainstream media at the local level, regional level, and national, international. Everyone at all levels. Fourth, Catholic media, print and electronic. Our presence should be there and used powerfully, effectively. Fifth, Catholic media, broadcasting and electronic. Sorry, it should be first one is print, also should be now that is also in digital format. Second one is broadcasting, also electronic. Then sixth, social media and alternative media. What are the alternative media? Drama, dance, classical arts, and folk media. All these are to be preserved and used effectively. Then seventh, media education, which our people are consumers of media. Always. But how we have to use them? We have to use them, help them to be critical users and discriminatory users. Use what is helpful, discard what is harmful. This should be the principle. Don't say good and bad. It's a judgmental. Don't say, don't use media, it is harmful. Don't say that media is bad. Don't say such words. Good and bad you don't use. What you must say is truthful or fake. You go helpful or harmful. That which addicts, harmful. That which empowers is helpful. That which liberates, enhances dignity is helpful. That which degrades, harmful. So this is how it has to be presented. Then the World Day of Communication. The Second Vatican Council, in the entire document, it is speaking only one day of celebration at the world level. What is that? World Communication Day. Can you imagine? 60 years ago, bishops of the time, one among them is still living, Archbishop Alphonse Matthias, the former Archbishop of Bangalore. He is 60 years a bishop this year. Can you imagine? 60 years a bishop this year. He was the chairman of this commission. I was also that time Signis president. And this gentleman, he was the synod father, ecumenical council father in the Second Vatican Council. He is one among the, I think, 2 or 3 living now in the world. And one of them is an Indian, Archbishop Alphonse Matthias, now living in St. John's Medical College. He is 95 years young. At the age of 34, 35, he was made the bishop. Age of 35, you can imagine. A towering personality, great intellect. And finally, public relations. Then, this pastoral plan, look at it. What is it? Vision, to build a community of communities. This is important. This understanding is important. Our community is a community at the local level. That is at the community parish level. That is a community at the deanery level, foreign level. That is a community at the diocese level, at the regional level, national level, world, global level. This is the community. And church militant, church in paradise and triumphant, and church here on earth. We are together, one community. One community, community of God, the people of God. Then mission, to create a vibrant and inclusive communicating church. All, at all levels, communicate. Am I clear? Parish priests, families, schools, wherever it is. Wherever we are called to be communicating church. What is our identity? Mark this. What is the identity of the communicator? We are inspired by the life and teachings of Jesus. Fidelity to the gospel. Good news. That's why Jesus, Luke chapter 4, verses 16 onwards. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has anointed me to preach good news to the poor, liberty to the captives, and arrival of God's kingdom. Then, focused on human dignity and fraternity. All are equal. All are brothers and sisters. All truthful credible, relevant. These are our hallmarks. Truthful, credible, and honest. It is said, I think Leo Tolstoy said, true greatness consists in simplicity, honesty, and goodness. Mark the words. In simplicity, honesty, and goodness. So, truthful, credible, and relevant. Dialoguing with all people, cultures, and all media. So, what are our guiding principles? God-centered and Asian Indian in values. Integrating good news into new media culture. Promoting common good. Offering an alternative, indigenous, and people-oriented communication. Proclaiming the good news through the new media age, media language. Not only using language, integrating it. Assisting with the communities and communities of faith and individuals, walking together in a synodal way, always synodal way, walking together, accompanying one another, kumpane, working together, sharing the table. Then, what is the first one? Setting up or rejuvenation. Wherever diocesan directors are, co-opt Signis members, ICPA members as the commission members. Co-opt people, work together, move together. Religious, diocesan, all move together. All communicate with one another. Rejuvenation, re-evaluation. The variety of activities are given here. I am not going to read. Then second, formation. Dear fathers and sisters and friends, please focus on this. Training of priests, training of seminarians and religious candidates, above all, training our youth to be communicators, professionals. Everybody this year must identify 2 or 3 persons and encourage them to join NISCOT or some other institution. Encourage them. And I tell you, NISCOT will be able to subsidize their programs. Though it's an expensive program, I have already asked Father Robinson. Am I right, Father Robinson? Is he here? You will be able to give them scholarship, isn't it? Yes. We should focus on scholarship, supporting them. All right? By all means. Then, for Catholics, especially Catholics, encourage. Then networking with mainstream media. What are the things involved? To establish networks at all levels. Local level, with the regional language, local language. Then regional, national, international. For this Biju, you have a big responsibility. Collect the data and share with these members. Share so that they are able to interact with one another. Some of you are present there for the Signis India Assembly held in New Delhi 2001 at Don Bosco, Okla. Who were there that day, that year? Yes, Magmai. Do you remember who all people came to interact with us? Any of you remember? The Chief Justice of, the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India, that time he was the chairman of the Human Rights Commission, Justice J.S. Verma. He came and spent time with us. The whole morning he spent with us. Do you remember? It is the Press Council of India, its chairman, Justice Reddy. He was the former Justice of the Supreme Court. He came to interact with us. Top journalists came to interact with us. Yeah, why? We have to widen our network. Yeah, that's right. They will come whenever you invite, but they sadly don't invite us. No, yeah. Anyhow, we carry on. That network is very important. Media, print and electronic. Okay, I'll do that. Right. Then, media broadcasting and electronic, improving our quality, improving our reach, not intra, external. Good. Then, social media, presence, participation, promotion, and alternative media, dance, drama, singing, all sorts of things. Yeah. Then, media education, I already told you, and celebration of the World Communications Day should be used to honor, recognize our own media persons, other media persons. And on that day, have a get-together of the media persons, honor them, appreciate them, recognize them. They will do more work for you, more work for you. Then the public relations. Dear fathers, and friends, I want to conclude. I urge you to look not merely inwards, look outwards. Whole focus should be to look outwards. Second focus, training laypersons. Thirdly, cultivating a relationship with the local media. If each one of us can be in touch with 30 people, we'll have 300, 3,000 in our network. If we can do that, we will have already done much. Thank you for your patient listening. God bless you and God bless your work. Any question?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Most Reverend.
I just want to conclude with one small exercise. What should your media person be like? Put your fingers at you, touching your head. Yes, this exercise. Dreams in our mind. Say, dreams. Say that. Dreams. Say that. You say, in our mind. Dreams. Compassion in our eyes. Compassion. Dreams. Compassion. Joy in our face. Joy. Dreams. Compassion. Joy. Truth in our mouth. Truth. Dreams. Compassion. Joy. Truth. Love in our heart. Love in the heart is here in the chest, not in the belly. Up. Come on. Dreams. Compassion. Joy. Truth. Love. And there's service in our limbs. Service in our limbs. Dreams. Compassion. Joy. Truth. Love. Service. And relationship in our hands will say no, in our dialogue or truth always in our relationship. If we can do that, we will have already achieved much. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Bishop, for very enriching, thought-provoking and mesmerizing session. I think all were very attentive to your session and we learned many points for our learning and home-taking. I would like to invite Sister Ganga Rawat, SSPS, to thank our beloved Bishop. Sister Ganga Rawat.
Good morning to all. Good morning. Good morning, yes. Thanksgiving Day is a good day to recommit our energies to giving thanks and just giving. Right Reverend Bishop Henry D'Souza, on behalf of Signis India, I would like to say a big thanks. We are delighted and energized by your words of wisdom, knowledge, and inspirations. You have enlightened us on the theme, communicating the truth, dialogue, and unity. Media is a God's gift to humanity. You have highlighted on the harmony We all are brothers and sisters. Therefore, in our life, dialogue and unity is very important. Wherever people are, we must go, as Jesus did in his lifetime. Jesus reached out to all sorts of people. And the second, interreligious dialogue calls for deepening understanding of our own identity, faith, and mission. Truth is God's love and common good. Unity, it's journeying together, doing common good. An interfaith dialogue involves searching for deeper spirituality. It is knowing, listening, walking together with other faiths. As Catholic communicators, we are the light of the world. Therefore, on social media, our presence should be special and unique. We must work for the empowerment of the poor and marginalized. Our communications should be help to others to build up better families and societies. And we also must encourage our young communicators. And there are many more points you have beautifully enlightened us. Thank you, Your Excellency, for sharing with us the pastoral plan too. And your presence is always encouraging to us, and I believe we will always have your presence with us. May your blessings and prayers always remain with us. Please allow me to say 2 lines in Hindi. धन्यवाद मन से, धन्यवाद तन से, धन्यवाद मन से, धन्यवाद तन से, धन्यवाद सबके दिल से. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Ganga Rawat. क्या बात है, बहुत ही शानदार शेर आपने अर्ज किया. Next, I would like to call upon Father Jacob Saji, President of Agra region, to come over and present and honor our bishop with the memento. Let us give a big round of applause to our beloved Bishop Henry D'Souza. Thank you very much, everybody. We shall have a short break of 15 minutes and we will be back in this hall at 11:15. Thank you. dialogue, we are going ahead with the fifth session of the day and the last session of the study day. The session is going to be headed by Father Dr. Henry Falcao, Director, St. Joseph Vaz Spiritual Renewal Center, Old Goa. The topic of the session is Communicating with the Heart of the Apostles. I would like to welcome Father in our midst. And to introduce Father amongst us, I would like to call upon Father Cyprian Kullu from Bijan region to welcome Father and introduce him to the August gathering. Father Cyprian Kullu. I would also like to call upon Father Henry to be seated. Thank you, Father.
In the name of this house, more than 80 delegates from all over India, I stand here to welcome Father Henry Falco, Director of St. Joseph Vaz Spiritual Renewal Center, Old Goa. He's a priest of the Archdiocese of Goa and Daman, holds a PhD in systematic theology from Urbania University, Rome. He has served as Vice Rector of College Urbano, Rome from 2007 to 2013. Father, we are eager to listen to you. Hearty welcome.
Good morning to you. Good morning, my dear friends, and a warm welcome, first of all. As a director of this place, the Renewal Center, it is my duty also to welcome you, although the program began yesterday. But since I'm meeting you for the first time, I welcome you on behalf of all of us here at the center. St. Joseph Vaz Spiritual Renewal Center is around 10 years old. We inaugurated this center in 2014. This place is known for two things. This place, first and foremost, is famous because of a miracle of the cross. In 1619, 400 years ago, Jesus appeared on a cross here in this place. And that is why the church was built. The church is dedicated to the cross of miracles. And here, after that, lived the oratorians of Saint Philip Neri. That was the first indigenous congregation of India, of Asia. First indigenous congregation. They lived in that building, the building that you see on the other side. They lived here for almost 150 years. And Joseph Vaz was one of them. And from here, they would go as missionaries for the whole world. No? In 1835, there was a governor in Portugal, Marquês de Pombal. He decreed that all religious in Portuguese colonies, they had to leave the place. So that is why the oratorians who were living there, they had to leave this place in 1835. So from 1835, this place was abandoned till 2011. 2011, the Archdiocese of Goa and Daman decided to rebuild and renovate this place. The building that you see, this is the new building, and the other one is an old building. The church is also old, but renovated. There are a lot of positive vibes here. You may have also felt those positive vibes. People who come to this place, they experience a lot of positive vibes. No? So most welcome. Father Olav told me, Father Henry, you can say something about the place, no? Because you may not know, some of you are coming for the first time. So this is something about the St. Joseph Vaz Renewal Center. This center belongs to the Archdiocese of Goa and Daman, and we have programs throughout. We have seminars like this, national, international. We conduct a lot of retreats, spiritual programs for our SSC students, 12th standard students, college students, for confirmation students. They come here for overnight programs, for parish council members, for youth, for catechists. So this center is a renewal center of the Archdiocese. Okay? So thank you so much. The topic that is given to me is communicating with the heart of the apostle. Communicating with the heart of the apostle. I am not a man who's involved in communication media. I am not an expert in communication. No, I am not an expert in all the gadgets and modern things. I am not an expert. No. But I would say something about communicating with the heart of an apostle, also maybe with a little bit of theological background. Communication with the heart begins in a mother's womb. No. Communication with the heart begins in a mother's womb. No. That is where we begin to communicate with the heart. With the heart. And we are told that a infant or a baby, a fetus in a mother's womb can feel the touch of a mother, can hear. No. After a certain period, 16 weeks, babies can hear the mother's voice. And by 20 weeks, they start to get to know the familiar voices in the family. It is said, communication as human beings begins with the heart. Begins with the heart. But once we are born, slowly communication with the heart decreases. No. It goes slower and slower, but it begins there. God speaks a language of the heart. No. The language of God is the language of the heart. The Holy Trinity, with a bond of love, is a language of the heart. No. And God understands only the language of the heart. No. God speaks the language of the heart, and God also understands only one language. No. I would say God understands only one language. That is the language of the heart. Language of the heart. We are preparing for Christmas, no? We are already in the season of Lent. And it reminds us the main purpose of God becoming man is to teach us to understand and speak the language of the heart. That is Christianity. Christianity, the mysteries of our salvation are all based on the language of the heart. Jesus, the Son of God, became man so that you and I may learn to understand and speak the language of the heart. No. That is a great mystery of our salvation. No. Jesus did that, and that's why this is what we will celebrate. Emmanuel, God with us. No. The language of the heart. Jesus is the one who has taught us to understand and to speak, to communicate the language of the heart. This is what St. John in his first letter says, no? No one has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. That is the language of the heart. No? As I was telling you, the mysteries of our salvation as Christians are all about communicating with the heart. Today we celebrate the mystery of the Immaculate Conception. It's a mystery of communication with the heart. Whatever mystery of our faith, if you take, it is nothing else but communication with the heart. So all the mysteries of our salvation, God communicates with the heart. So that is the theological background of communicating with the heart. All religions have a special understanding of the concept of the heart. Every religion, whatever religion you may go to, they give a lot of importance to the language of the heart. It is not only Christianity, no. It is a place where God resides. Heart is a place where God resides, no. Most of the religions will speak of that. God's grace is received there. And we can experience the spiritual energy. No, that is the heart. That is the heart. That's why Proverbs will say, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. No? God resides in the heart. The heart is the key to relate to God. If you want to relate to God, you have to speak the language of the heart. No. To see God and experience God and to love and relate to every human being. No. That is what Jeremiah says. When you search for me, you will find me. If you seek me with all your heart, I will let you find me. No. Only if you seek me with all your heart, I will let you find me. No. Those are the beautiful words, because God understands only the language of the heart. So seeking God with all our heart. The heart is also the source or the control center that determines one's choices in life, no? One's decisions, and it reveals our own identity also. Many a time we may say, oh, this person has a very good heart. No. We say that, we comment, no? Oh, this person is a very good-hearted person, a very kind-hearted person, no? Because what is in your heart can be seen on your face very much, no? What is in your heart is reflected on your face. No? Always remember that your personality is your big asset. Do not try to emulate another person. Real personality comes from the heart. Your character, your personality is nothing else but a reflection of your heart. No, that is the beauty of a human being. And that is why we see Jesus also, and the scriptures also, time and again, they speak about the purification of the heart. Because purification of the heart brings about purification of the entire person. No? Purification. Jesus will tell us, no, change your heart. Change your heart. No? That is one of the essential things. All positive energy flows into life from the heart. No? If your heart is negative, your life is negative. No? All positive energy flows in life from the heart. And that's why Jesus was very careful, no? Very careful. He says, where your treasure is, there your heart will also be, no? Why don't we speak with the heart sometimes? Now, as I was telling you, sometimes as we grow up, when we are born and as we grow, speaking with the heart decreases. No? When a child is small, a child doesn't understand much, a child doesn't speak more the languages of the heart. A mother can understand a child without even the speech. No, a mother can understand. No? A child can understand also the mother without the speech. No? But as we grow up, sometimes it decreases. No? The language of the heart decreases. It doesn't become a spontaneous gesture with us. Speaking with the heart doesn't become a spontaneous gesture. We have to put in efforts. No. I have to put in some extra effort to speak the language of the heart. It doesn't come spontaneously, maybe also because of our wounded nature, the corrupt nature, no? The sinful nature that doesn't come spontaneously. We have to put in efforts. Also because of these, sometimes our minds and our hearts are filled with prejudices, fears, anxieties, insecurities. No. I'm so careful when I talk to someone. No. I look at that person and I ask, where are you from? Which diocese you come from? No. I would want to find out what is your language. Do you speak my language? No. Then we become uncomfortable. If I find a person who belongs to maybe my caste, my creed, even from my language, we become comfortable. But otherwise we become, maybe we experience some discomfort, no, because of this. You may have, the other day, the first day when I was coming here, I heard one comment, I don't know, maybe one of you, I heard one comment at the entrance of the building. I was coming with Bishop Henry, and one of you, he said, it is good that all of us speak with one another, no, without any distinctions, no, without any place. I'm coming from this place, that place. I heard that comment. No. I was in Rome for some years for my studies and also for my work. And also I also have experienced this. We feel comfortable with our own people. No? We feel frightened. We are anxious. No? And because of that, the language of the heart suffers. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for all of us. No? Prejudices, fears, whether I'll be accepted by someone. No. Our communication become very much guarded. Even what I say, what I speak to the other person, I want to measure my words. Sometimes my words are measured. Oh, I should not say this thing to this person. I should not say this thing to this person. So we are so much conscious about communicating with the heart. No? Communication becomes only at the mind level, no? Superficial level, because of one of the obstacles is this, no? Prejudices, fears, anxieties, feelings of pride also. Maybe I'm proud of my culture, I'm proud of my language, I'm proud of my intellectual studies or whatever. That also hampers the language of the heart. Pride, no? Envy, ego, selfishness. No? Bitter emotions also. Emotions of anger, guilt, revengeful feelings does not help us to recognize the heart in the other. No. Just as I have a heart, I fail to recognize the other person also has a heart. Because of this, maybe anger, revengeful attitude, hate, no, envy, ego. I fail to recognize the heart in the other person, and the communication does not happen. No. Pope Francis, some time back, I don't remember in which document, he says, he was speaking about saints next door. Saints next door. Very nice phrase. He says, recognize, realize there are saints living next door. No. Don't consider other people, other persons as a threat to you, as a threat. But also realize that just as you are trying to be a saint, there are also saints living next door. No? That is realizing the heart in the other. Realizing the heart in the other. Just as I want to become a saint, all of us want to be saints. No. No one wants to go to hell. All of us want to go to heaven. No. And that helps us to realize or recognize the heart in the other. No? Very important. Otherwise, the heart-to-heart communication can never happen. No? The first thing is you have to realize that the other person also has a heart. Often this is what happens when we speak, when we talk, we communicate. No? We want to communicate more of ourselves. No? If you just are conscious of what you want to share, why you want to have a conversation with somebody else, deep down you may realize you want to tell something about yourself to the other person. No. More than listening to the other person, we also have a deep down a desire, I want to tell the other person who I am. No. It is, all of us as human beings have that. I want to tell the other person who I am, how important I am. No. That is our deep desire sometimes. We want to communicate more of ourselves than learning or listening from the other person. We do not communicate to listen. No. We may listen, but I am not very much attentive to what you are saying. I am more interested in saying who I am, what I have achieved, what I have done, no? What are my achievements in life. No? That is more my concern, no? Than to understand the other person. A communication doesn't involve tuning in, and communication of the heart has to do with tuning. Learning to tune your heart to the heart of the other person. Once you learn to tune in to the heart of somebody else, the heart-to-heart communication will happen. No? So it's tuning in, fine-tuning, listening with patience, understanding, no? Without the distinctions of race and color and language and religion. No? Accepting the other person as a human being, I told you I was in Europe for some time, and I heard once a comment. I was with some people, and one person asked another one his religion. He asked a European person his religion. Which religion do you belong to? Do you belong to the Catholic Church? And that person was irritated. And he said, why do you ask me my religion? I am a human being, he said. I am a human being. No. Treat me as a human being. No. Don't treat me as because in such a way because I am a Christian or I belong to this religion, belong to this region. No. Treat me as a human being. That I would say is important if you want to have communication with the heart. Learning to accept every human being as a human being. Only then communication with the heart can happen. No? Otherwise, no. We'll be with so many prejudices and anxieties and fears. Jesus was an outstanding communicator who spoke with his heart. No? If you go to the Gospels are nothing else but an account of Jesus speaking with the heart. The parable of the prodigal son. The parable of the prodigal son speaks about the heart of the father. The heart of the father, no? The loving father, no? It's a beautiful parable of the language of the heart. How the father will embrace the son, no? It's a language of the heart. No? So most of the teachings of Jesus are the language of the heart. No? One of the best examples is this, no? Wherein they said, when he was speaking to us, our hearts were on fire. No? Our hearts were on fire. Jesus listens to them, he speaks to them, and his listening and his speaking sets their hearts on fire. That is the language of the heart. Communicating with the heart is this. No? One of the best examples is learning to listen. Jesus also listened to them, and they realized that Jesus is listening to them. No? Jesus also spoke to them with the language of the heart. No? So much so that same evening they will go back to Jerusalem to share what they have felt in their heart. No? That is the language of the heart. Here. Hearts are set on fire, no? His attentive listening and speaking with the heart makes the two disciples feel truly heard and realized, no? Hearts are set on fire. A heart can be set on fire only by another heart. No, very important. With all your gadgets, with the artificial intelligence today, no. One of the dangers today with the artificial intelligence is to numb the heart. No. A heart can be set on fire only by another heart. By another heart. And that's why how important it is to communicate with your heart. No. Otherwise you cannot. Does your heart have ears to listen? No. Listening with the ears of the heart. Pope Francis says that, no? Learn to listen with the ears of the heart. The heart has got ears. No. The heart has ears. The heart also has got hands to reach out. No. Does your heart have hands to touch and to reach out? No. That is the language of the heart. Does your heart have eyes to see? And does your heart have a heart to feel? No. Does your heart have a heart to feel? No. The heart is not only the muscle that pumps blood for your body. No. That heart is only a piece of muscle. We have to ask ourselves, does my heart have a heart? Does it have a heart to feel? Feel with others, to empathize, to sympathize with others? No. That is very important. Does my heart have a heart? No. Otherwise I cannot speak. You may have a heart that pumps blood, that keeps you alive. No. But you may not have a heart that can communicate. No, that can communicate. How can we speak with the heart? How can we speak with the heart? Speaking with the heart is communicating at the deepest level, no? That connects you with what the other person cares deeply about. That is what it means by communicating with the heart. No? When you know the deep concerns, desires, the fears, the anxieties of the other person, the other heart, no? Communicating with the heart, knowing, sharing. It means simply being honest and genuinely empathetic with whomever you communicate with. Be honest with yourself. Once you put a mask, there is no heart-to-heart communication. Once you lose your sincerity, your genuineness as a human being, all communication becomes fake communication. No? I may show the other person that I'm talking to you, I'm interested in you, but deep down you know that you are fake. No? And that's why communication with the heart is nothing else but simply being sincere and genuine. No? Once we put a mask, heart-to-heart communication cannot happen. No? So heart-to-heart communication means be genuine, be sincere. No? The heart must be listened to. It is a supreme source of life, the physical and the spiritual home of our existence. Only by listening and speaking with a pure heart can we see beyond appearances and touch the other. No? So if you want to communicate with the heart, first and foremost, my heart has to be pure. I have to be genuine. I have to be sincere. No? If I have ulterior motives, I want something from that person, there is no heart-to-heart communication because I'm not sincere, I'm not genuine. No? My heart has to be pure. Only then heart-to-heart communication can happen. That is what Jesus, you can see the beautiful example of the woman caught in adultery. The woman caught in adultery, no? She understood the heart of Jesus. And Jesus also communicated with her at the heart level, no? A wonderful example of heart-to-heart communication. A very genuine, sincere. And that woman understood. No? This is the foundation that paves the way for every genuine conversation. No? Conversation without expecting acknowledgement, appreciation, approval for oneself. But it is about recognizing the other. I was telling you, most of the time we are interested in communicating because I want to tell who I am. No. But the heart-to-heart communication is more interested in the other, not in yourself. No. I am not worried about my approval, acknowledgement, appreciation, but I am more interested in the other person. That is heart-to-heart communication. No. It is like killing your ego. No, you have to constantly kill your ego. If you want to have a heart-to-heart communication, you have to kill your ego. No, very much. Cordiality is another powerful weapon for communication. Be cordial. Heart-to-heart communication is always cordial. No, cordial. And these are the qualities of cordiality. No, some of the components: tenderness, gentleness. No, learn to be tender, learn to be gentle. No, it is not enough to know the truth. The theme that you have chosen is communicating or speaking truth in love. It is not enough that you have the truth with you. you should also know how to communicate that truth. Jesus is the truth, the way, the life, and we have Him. We have Jesus. It is not enough to say that I have the truth with me. I should also know how to communicate that truth to others in love. That is important, no? Sometime, some years ago, centuries ago, sometimes missionaries, they use very harsh methods, no, to convert people, because they were convinced we have the truth, we have Christ, Christ is the Savior, all of you have to accept Him. The truth was there, but the way of communicating may have been not a very good one, no? And that's why it reminds us, it is not enough that you have the truth, that you know the truth. It's also important how you communicate that truth to the other person so that other's heart can be touched, no? And that's why tenderness and gentleness are the qualities that all of us need to cultivate, no? Because if you want to speak the language of the heart, a spoonful of honey gathers more flies than a barrel full of vinegar, no? A soft tongue will break a bone, no? That is cordiality. Speaking with the heart is important today more than ever, because even in India today we live in a very hostile environment, no? So much of tension because of religions, because of so many other issues, no? And as Christians, I think more than ever today we need to speak the language of the heart, Bishop Philip, every time he meets the priests of Goa, whenever he gets an opportunity, he will always remind them as priests, he says, never get angry, no? See that you are always cordial, see that you are gentle in your behavior, in your words, in your actions, see that you are tender with the parishioners. Every time he reminds them, no? That is the language of the heart, no? Communicating with the heart conveys the gentle strength of love, no? Love is strong. Love is powerful. Love is strong. But how you communicate that love is important also. No? Love has power. Very much, no? Love can change hearts and minds and souls. Because love is powerful. Love has strength. But that strength becomes more when you know how to communicate that love, no? There is a strength, the gentle strength of love. The gentle strength of love is important. Love is not harsh. No? Love is gentle, no? But it is powerful. That is communication with the heart. This is what Pope Francis says. You must have read that as you are so much involved in communications and media. I dream of an ecclesial communication that knows how to let itself be guided by the Holy Spirit, gentle, and at the same time prophetic, that knows how to find new ways and means for the wonderful proclamation it is called to deliver in the third millennium, no? You and I also have to learn that means of cordiality, of gentleness, of tenderness. That is how we communicate the gentle power of love, no? The gentle strength of love, the power of love. Become revolutionaries who speak with the heart, no? Go with your heart and you are sure to face victory, no? You will never be disappointed. If you know to speak the language of the heart, you will surely win, surely win. No? Throw your heart out before you and run to it. That's an Arabic proverb. No? Throw your heart out first and you will be a winner. No? It is a choice. Speaking with the heart is a choice. I told you, it doesn't come spontaneously. You have to make a constant choice. Because of our weaknesses as human beings, it's a constant choice. John Henry Newman says this: in order to speak well, it is enough to love well. In order to speak well, it is enough to love well. Love well, no? Because communicating with the heart is nothing else but learning to love. Learning to love, no? It's a reflection of the soul, I said. What is in your heart is reflected. Jesus did not teach his apostles the skills of communicating. No. I did not find in the Gospels, in the Bible, Jesus teaching them how to give a homily. No, in the seminary we have homiletics, no? Homiletics. I always say sometimes, we teach our seminarians homiletics, but we don't teach them to sit before the Blessed Sacrament. No, we teach them how to communicate the message, but the message itself is not there. No. Jesus taught only one thing to his apostles: how to love, how to love. No. And that's why Jesus says, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." That is what Jesus says to them. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And you can only fish men through love. Through love. No? Jesus taught the 12 the language of love. No? Apostle is the topic that is given to me. Communicating with the heart of the apostle. Who's an apostle? An apostle is the one who sent. Apostle is the one who sent. Sent with a message, No? All of us are that message. We are also sent. We are sent with a truth. We are sent with a message by Jesus. No? So we are also the apostles. So I would say the goal of communication is salvation. Salvation. The apostles were sent by Christ not to preach their own ideology. They were not supposed to preach their own ideology or their own thinking. They were supposed to speak the language of the heart which they had learned from their master. They were sent to speak that same language, not something else. And that is why they are called apostles. The one who sent to speak what your master has taught you. No. You and I who are involved in communications, we are also sent. We are also sent. So we cannot have our own ideology. I always say a priest, a sister, a Christian cannot have his or her ideology. We have to have the ideology of Christ. That is why we are Christians. No? Whatever we communicate has to be the message of Christ, not my message. No. That is why I am called a Christian. No, that's the language of the heart. And finally, my dear sisters and brothers, you know, for the next year, you will be more updated than me. This is the theme that the Pope has chosen, no, for the 2024 Day of Communications, no? Intelligenza artificiale sapienza del cuore. Artificial intelligence and wisdom of the heart. Artificial intelligence and wisdom of the heart. I was telling you, The danger of the digital age today, the danger of the digital age is to numb the heart. That is a danger. With all the gadgets and with all the digital things that we have today, the danger is that human heart may go numb. No. And there comes the value and the worth of we as Christian communicators. Christian communicators. We use the digital media, but we use the heart. The digital media is important. All the gadgets are important, but not without the heart. No. If all the gadgets that we use, if they numb our heart, we will not be able to communicate the language of the Master. No? I wish you all the best. And finally, this is what I have put. This is always a challenge for us. How much the heart and how much the head. Now, to communicate the message, how much I use my heart and how much I use my head. No? It's a challenge for us as communicators. May God bless all of you and the wonderful work that you do as those who are responsible in your own dioceses and wherever you are, the wonderful work of communication that you do. May all of us learn to communicate with the heart. That is what Jesus, our Master, has taught us. I hope I have not taken more of your time. If you want to clarify anything or if you want to add to whatever I have said, please feel free. Please feel free. If you want to say something, heart continues, it doesn't stop. No, it goes on and on. That's the beauty of the language of the heart. The time is greater than space. You and I may be here in this world for a short time, but the language of the heart will continue. Jesus' language of the heart continues. Even after 2,000 years, it continues. No? That's the beauty of the language of the heart. Thank you, Father, for the nice insight. Yeah. Any more comments or anything you want to add, please feel free.
It's not a question, maybe
Yeah,
a
yes,
kind of
yeah.
addition. The language of the heart transcends all the barriers. Through when we use communication, sometimes we may not be able to convey the message, but the language of the heart transcends all the barriers of the language, of culture, of all other differences. So that is the power of the language of the heart.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's true. There is synodality, what we are speaking about these days, no? Synodality. Yesterday, Bishop was telling us, no, all of us were sitting together as brothers and sisters. That is the language of the heart. Thank you so much.
Father,
Yes.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You are one of the examples, this is complimenting you only, an example of how you communicated, the way you, the gesture, the smile, and it's a big example. Keep it up, Father, all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your compliment, yeah. Yes, yeah, please.
Thank you, Father, for explaining the theme from the perspective of Scripture. Maybe the question, Jesus, when he communicated, he also communicated to the Pharisees, right? And that time when he was scolding them, or he pointed out the faults in them, there was still the language of the heart, was it not? I wanted to know more about it, because currently, in our situations, when we are correcting people, it becomes difficult. So how exactly we can explore the ways and means to correct people without affecting them so much that they leave the institution or get offended too much? Currently, because especially working with the younger people now, they tend to get offended very fast. So in that context, can we speak anything about, Father? Thank you.
Language of the heart. Jesus spoke the language of the heart even when he was correcting, no? And that is what, it's a challenge for you and me. He corrected the Pharisees and those who may be even those who brought the man who brought the woman caught in adultery. No? They wanted to stone him. The way Jesus speaks to them, no? Without belittling them, no? But he will show them their mistake. No? That is what we have said. Being gentle, being cordial, does not mean not being prophetic. No, Jesus also was prophetic. No. But one thing that I can say, he never maybe had anger in his heart. Anger. That is a difference. That's the language of the heart. No. I am correcting someone not because I am angry with you, but I am correcting you because I love you. Love you. That is a difference, no, I feel. No? We correct the youngsters, we correct someone, my brother, my sister, not because I am angry with you, I want to judge you, I want to condemn you, but because I love you. Love you. That is the language of the heart, I would say. No? If love, as human being, there may be some judgment, there may be also some anger will be there. No, because we are humans. Some anger will always be there. But love should always, I feel, be more than the other things. No? If love supersedes your anger and your judgment, you are still speaking the language of the heart. No? But if love is less, if anger is more, judgment is more, the language of the heart will not be there. No? I hope I have said something. Somebody else more, you can also contribute maybe to, yes, yeah, please.
This question is just like regarding the media professionals as we are here. We as a media professionals create content, and during creation of content use our brains and also our hearts. By communicating through our brains, means head, and communicating through our heart, as a media professional, how to strike a healthy balance between creating the content and communicating in our media platforms through our head and through our heart, through love.
It's a process. It's a process. All of us, we will, I always, whenever some students come here, I tell them, give them an example of the stage of crush, wherein first time a boy or a girl, they like someone, no? We call it the stage of crush. That is a time wherein the heart works too much. I always tell them, see, at that time if your mother, your father, your friend tells you, see, don't be too much involved with that boy, that girl, study, give your time to study, you will not understand that because your heart is working too much. No? You will say, I love. No. Because that's a phase of crush. Your heart is working too much. But after some time, as you grow up, as you go through that phase, you will see that the head is also beginning to reason out. No? After some time, that boy, that girl will try to understand, no? What my parents are telling me is for my good. So the balance comes. And I always say, when you want to get married, there has to be a balance between both the heart and the head. No. When you come to that balance between the heart and the head, that is the time you should get married. No? Otherwise, you will end up either making a wrong choice or whatever. No? There has to be a balance. And I feel also for us as human beings, no, it's a constant struggle, I feel, constant struggle. The first step would be becoming aware. Whether is your head working too much or is my heart working too much? No? Being aware. One of the first steps, I would say, I would not say that it would come to a perfection, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle that all of us have to go through. But the very fact that we are aware and I am conscious to know whether the content that I have created, will it touch people's heart or will it only give them some information? No. Information is also needed. But information should also touch hearts. No, that is, I would feel, one of the, but it's a constant struggle. No? Constant struggle wherein you have to be constantly conscious of your head and your heart, no? That they are together. Thank you. Yeah, yes. I don't know whether you are priests or whether you are lay people, so it becomes difficult for me to address you.
अभी मॉडर्न लाइफ में एक बड़ी समस्या है, हमारे जवान बच्चे नशाखोरी की ओर जा रहे हैं. फादर विल ट्रांसलेट.
नो, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड.
तो अब आपने हमें जो समझाया उसके अनुसार उस बच्चे से जो कि एक नशे की हालत में है या नशाखोरी कर रहा है, उससे हार्ट टू हार्ट कैसे कांटेक्ट करना?
Thank you so much for your question. Yeah. What you and I may be missing today, even the parents, I hope I speak Hindi, but I will not be very fluent. One of the things that parents have to learn today is to speak the language of the heart. No? And more so when children are growing up. No? Sometimes as parents, what we do, when our children need most the language of the heart, we don't do that. No. We don't do. We are very strict with them or we are angry with them. No, there was a girl who came here. I can just share one example. She was in 12th standard when she came here for a retreat. When she was in 11th standard, she was in love with a Muslim boy. She's a Catholic girl. And first time she liked a boy and she was in a relationship. And the parents came to know that she is in love with a Muslim boy and they were worried, they were frightened, no? And they stopped that girl going to school. They locked her in a room and they took the mobile away, everything, and she was inside. And the girl says, "Father, I realized my mistake. I know now that it was wrong. What I did was wrong. No, my parents were right." Now she was in 12th standard, but now she tells me, "Father, till today, my parents don't love me." No. Till today, my parents don't love me because they think that I am a bad girl. Father, I made a mistake. One mistake I committed. I know it is my mistake. But till today, my parents don't accept me. They don't talk to me, Father, nicely. They don't talk to me. And that is why most of the time I'm out of the house. I roam with my friends. I come home very late because nobody in the house talk to me. See, that is the language of the heart. That child is longing for the language of the heart, which the parents don't know to speak, no? The parents have forgotten. the language of the heart. That is what I feel the parents have to be sensitive, no? Sometimes you and I, we forget that. The only thing is how to teach our parents, our elders, to speak the language of the heart. And if you speak the language of the heart, no, you can win our teenagers. You can win them. It is for sure. No, as we have said, the language of the heart can win anybody. No. I myself, I deal with a lot of youngsters. We get a lot of youngsters here. And as Father has said, God has blessed me with a charism of learning their names. I learn their names very quickly. No. If they come one this morning, they go next evening. By the time they go, I learn their names. Even maybe 100 names, I learn them. No. And they get very much attached. No. Many of them, they keep in touch. No. That's the language of the heart. No. Small things, small gestures, but they feel that somebody listens to them. No. There was a boy, he was on the ship, he got sick. He had problem of the liver. He was in the hospital for 13 days. 14th day, he phoned me. Father, I am sick. Can you please come to pray for me to the hospital? I said, Baba, I am busy. I won't be able, but I will pray for you. Within 2 days, he was discharged. No? And he was so happy. He said, Father, thank you for your prayers. No? I feel that because of your prayers, I am out of the hospital. For the last 13 days, my fever was not coming down. No? See the language of the heart. He says, Father, I will come to meet you. Once I'm okay, I will come to meet you. No. Thank you so much. And I think, David, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be with you. I told you I am not an expert in communications media. I am not an expert. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being to go also and choosing this place to have your national seminar. May God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Father, for your inspirational words. And at the right place at St. Joseph Vaz Spiritual Renewal Center, the last session was really a spiritual session, which led us into our hearts, deep into our hearts, to reflect on the theme, Speaking with the Heart. I would like to call upon Sister C.G. Abraham, FSP, to come and thank Father Henry.
I like to speak from the bottom of my heart and with a loving heart. Gratitude can transform common days into thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings, says William Arthur. Dear friends, on behalf of Signis office bearers and all the members present here, it's my privilege and honor to express my heartfelt gratitude to you, dear Reverend Father Henry Falcao, for enlightening and inspiring us on the topic, Communicating with the Heart of the Apostles. We are truly fortunate to have benefited from your session, Father. You spoke to us on the traits of a passionate communicator and how to build up culture of truth and love. You began your session by saying, communicating with the heart begins with mother's womb. And God speaks with the language of the heart. God understands only the language of the heart. All the mysteries of our salvation is God's communication with the heart. Speaking with the heart is not a spontaneous gesture, but we need to put in some effort to that. You also pointed out to us, at times when we communicate, we want to communicate more of ourselves. Listening with the patience and understanding the other with an unbiased attitude is very important. Father, you spoke many other things. We are truly grateful to you. We thank you for your profound insights and wisdom that have provided us with invaluable guidance to communicate with the heart of the apostles. We thank you also for welcoming us to hold Signis meeting here, and we are really enjoying the presence here, the positive vibes, and we are truly grateful to you, Father. May God bless you and your ministry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Shiji. Now I would like to call upon from Northern Region, Father Sadiq Martin, to come over and felicitate Father with a shawl. I would also like to call upon Father Deepak Anto I would like to call upon Father Milton, to give away memento. You're going to speak something about some brief you are going to do? He was telling. Yeah. Thank you very much, Father Henry and Father Sadiq and Father Milton. Thanks to one and all. I will ask Father David to brief the gathering. I would also like to inform all the regions to be ready with their regional reports, and those who have prepared the PPT, they can kindly submit at the desk here, their PowerPoint presentation. Others can come with the questionnaire what was submitted to them already by the secretary earlier.
Sumit. So we'll do the evaluation of this 2 days session. Dear friends, actually, I think the food has not still arrived. I went down to check it so that we should not wait there. So instead of wasting the time there, we are going to push only one session, maybe a few minutes. Of the yesterday and today we had study days, no? We would like to know your opinion or your suggestion, anything with regard to this 2 days study days, so you can share your point of view or you can add. Speak with your heart.
Yeah, now is the time to speak from our heart. Let us be sincere, genuine, cordial, tender, and gentle. Let's speak up. We can have a wonderful sharing and discussion.
I would like to congratulate the office bearers for selecting the speakers, starting with the Cardinal who gave the beautiful homily on the first day and a beautiful talk. And I appreciate the well-chosen speakers. All of them did a wonderful job communicating from their heart. And I hope all of us also understood in our heart the messages, the things that are communicated to us. It was very apt to the occasion, and hearty congratulations to all the national office bearers. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Yeah, Mr. B. Alvarez. Yes.
Hello.
आप सबको एक बेहतरीन दिन मुबारक हो। आप सब 2 दिन से यहाँ पर हैं। We all are here since last 2 days. नेशनल बेसिस पर एक असेंबली बुलाना, इट इज़ ए बिग थिंग। ये बड़ी बात है। हम इंदौर डायसिस की ओर से सभी आयोजनकर्ताओं को, पूरी नेशनल टीम को धन्यवाद देते हैं कि गोवा सरी की जगह पर हमको बुलाया। जो कि हम कभी किसी को बोलते हैं कि हम गोवा जा रहे हैं तो लोगों को बहुत खुशी होती है कि ये गोवा जा रहे हैं। तो आप लोगों को धन्यवाद। आप लोगों ने इस मीटिंग को यहाँ बुलाया, आपने तमाम सहूलियतें दी हमें। यू गेव अस ऑल काइंड ऑफ फैसिलिटीज। जब से यहाँ आए हैं हम एक दोस्ताना माहौल में हैं। हमको ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है कि हम कहीं बाहर आए हैं। हमें ऐसा लग रहा है एवरीवन इज आवर फ्रेंड। आप लोगों को अनेक अनेक धन्यवाद और आगे भी ऐसे ही बुलाते रहिए।
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you can also share your opinions, your points regarding this study days. How did you find it? Also, your suggestions. Yeah, we can come up with our opinions and ideas and thoughts. How did you find the arrangements, the study days, the sessions, the topics, themes which were covered? Any areas to improve or grow? Your suggestions, please. Time to put our heads together, ponder over, and reflect. Yes, Father Soni, you're raising your hand.
So, on
Okay,
behalf
Father
of
Anthony. Father Anthony
on
Sami.
behalf of MP Chhattisgarh region, I congratulate the national team for organizing this assembly was so wonderfully. Thank you. Also, congratulations to all of you. I liked all the study days, very well, meticulously planned, and all the topics were dealt very well. My suggestion for the next year may be we can also have a kind of workshop that a practical touch. Maybe one day, full day can be a kind of talk can be given. Maybe another half a day we can have a kind of workshop, for example, like small little video editing on practical sessions. We can teach on a mobile based or any other thing, or even the AI image creation or any other things like that. Practical session we can also include one session so that when we go back we will be able to handle our softwares well. Thank you.
Okay, good suggestion, Father Anthony Swami from Indore. Yeah, we can clap for him. Okay. Excellent. Anybody else? Yeah, it would be good if we open our heart and mind and share our views and participate together in nurturing and enriching our assembly.
So
Yes, sister.
I also would like to thank for the wonderful session organized. And
Okay.
what I feel is that the topics which were chosen were like speaking with the heart, the truth in love. So based on that, topics were chosen. So, but next
Correct.
time we could have some other topics like Father said, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So some knowledgeable topics. Those things we are still not aware or we really don't know what it exactly. So
Okay.
some other topics we could include with the topics of the communication Sunday topics.
Yes, sure.
Even practicals also good.
Practicals also. Okay, good, good. Very good point. As I understand, based on the theme, speaking with the heart, I think the subtopics were chosen by the region and by the Signis India. Yeah. So surely we will keep this point that we will include AI and other new aspects of communication and technology which is these days coming in. A very good point which sister has mentioned, Father Anthony has mentioned. Yeah, thank you very much to both of them. Yeah, any other thing? Anybody else? Yeah, Madam Chandona, yes, welcome.
Thank you for the good sessions. But next time, hopefully you can arrange group discussion. It's better.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
very important aspect.
and also
yes.
workshop for technical workshop, technical knowledge, increase our technical knowledge through media. Yes?
Okay. Sure, madam. Yeah. So, ma'am is telling that we should also incorporate technical knowledge and make it more workshop type, and we also need to include group discussions. Yeah, it's a good point, which makes it more participatory, and we all mingle, integrate, and share our opinions and ideas. Yeah, good point. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Yes, Father Anil.
Yeah, Pope's message for the World Day of Peace for the January 1st, and then next year's World Day of Communication is on artificial intelligence, and therefore next year when we plan our sessions could be on artificial intelligence, both practicals as well as some group discussion, as it is said, based on ethical concerns of and how AI can be integrated in the church.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So next year's message is going to be based on that theme, artificial intelligence. We'll surely include that. We'll try to go more deeper into the topic per se. Yes, Father.
Good sessions and congratulations and thanks. And after the study days, it is better to have an action plan for that, because we have a very good study days. So when we go from this, not empty-handed or empty heart, something action plan we need to discuss and to have. So it would be my suggestion.
Okay. Yeah, we can have action plans. Yeah, we'll think on that. We'll try to also bring into our assembly action plans and other things. Yeah, good suggestion. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Magimai.
First of all, my hearty congratulations to the entire team, the board members, for organizing such a wonderful program. I have worked as a study days coordinator for 11 Asian study days assemblies, Asian assemblies. But this one I find it very different and unique one. Why? Because the topic is a very biblical, very deep topic. You know, frankly speaking, heart cannot think. Okay, only mind can think. The real connotation, the understanding is sympathy, empathy, listening, feeling the other person. That is the real meaning of the heart level thinking. That's the reason the team has invited 3 biblical scholars and 2 the other scholars, like on fake news and other on technology. But all the others are biblical scholars who led us into a kind of deep thinking. I've taken down lots of notes, and they have thrown lots of suggestions, ideas, and experiences, etc. So I find this study days program extremely useful. So once again, hearty congratulations. My 3 short comments. Number 1, this looks like for about 15 acres of land. So I can't see the person who is at the last row. Maybe you can save some space at the back. You can make all of them to come to the front side. The seating arrangements could be a little different, number 1.
Yes.
And number 2, definitely I fully agree with Chandana ma'am. A group discussion is a must, so that all people's ideas can be pulled, and we can have a kind of synthesis and collective consciousness of all the members who are present here. Okay. And number 3, very importantly, of course, many people have thrown lots of ideas and suggestions. We have our own personal action plan, it would be good if you can come out with a common action plan so that you can follow it up as a national team. So these are 3 simple comments. Otherwise, hats off to the team for the wonderful study days program.
Thank you, Dr. Magimai, for your beautiful suggestions. Number 1, we will rearrange the hall. I also feel we are spread out. We'll bring people close by so that we can feel the vibes of our hearts as we are reflecting on that. And we will also from next time incorporate GD and then also go thinking about the common action plan. Yeah, thank you very much.
So thank you very much for the wonderful sessions that we had for the 2 days.
Okay.
We had a kind of talk on social media platforms and other things. And today, we see social media as mere tools, but this is also a space wherein we can do a lot of evangelization, empowerment, and Ministry of Education. So when we see social media platforms as spaces, it's a geographical space, like though it is not real but virtual, wherein our presence can be felt, our Christian's presence, our way of evangelization can be fully felt there on social media platforms. The more that we are concentrating on the real geographical platforms, similarly, the same level of concentration can be also given on this virtual platform as well. So the evangelization, the education, and the empowerment can be also practically done there. So what I would suggest is that Signis can be a unifying factor or a platform to unite all these media personalities and do all these works very effectively on these virtual platforms. So practically I would suggest that we can have a Facebook kind of thing or a platform or Instagram or whatever may be, which can be a mouthpiece of all these voices from different parts of this country. Maybe one from the south, one from the north, or one from different parts of the country, maybe different states, can voice out. They can have their voice in that particular common platforms. Could be secular, could be religious, could be anything, but it could be the voice of Jesus, could be voice of truth, voice of love. Thank you.
Good suggestion by Father Janet. Yeah, we can bring in all our media people, professionals, communicators, and the work what we are doing in different areas and evangelization. With the help of Facebook, Instagram, we can do wonders. Yeah, we also have at world level Facebook and Instagram page. At Asia level also we have. So we'll think on this in our meeting and decide on that aspect. Yes, anybody else that side? Yeah, Father.
So thank you so much for wonderful arrangements, sessions, and accommodation. So as someone suggested as a part of action plan, so I would like to suggest to make more active. Why can't we conduct a short film contest for among all the regions? So when you come for the next time or next year, so let them come with one short film so that we can display here and give the prizes to all the regions. And we can conduct a stage show also. So there are, yesterday we have seen talented people singing and dancing and making music. So like that we can have one stage show for all the regions. So that people will be very active and we can bring out the talent among our regions. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Yeah, good suggestion. We are thinking on this aspect already. There is going to be a team which is going to look into this short films festival or stage shows, what Father suggested. But we are already thinking about short films, some competitions, some activities amongst the within the region, and the participants will be brought in and selected at national level, and there will be also awarding. So there will be more deeper reflection onto that aspect, and then we will be informing you about that. So soon you will get to know the information regarding that. But very good suggestion. The work is going on that aspect. Thank you, Father. Any other comment? Any other suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, last, yeah. Okay, second last. Yes, Father.
When we come for the national seminar like this, we hear a lot of sessions from the, basing on the theme from the various experts. Apart from it, I suggest it is also nice to share. There are a lot of major media houses with regard to the types of work that they do. See, we are all involved in evangelization, but we come together and we listen and go. Oftentimes, lots of people doing a lot of things, but we are not aware of those things. And it will be very helpful when we do the various, using the media tools, how we can spread the word of God. And it will be very nice if you share, especially the major media houses and associations and institutes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, in the evening session, we will be sharing about the work, what we are doing in our respective regions as media houses, TV channels, or different centers. So when you will be presenting your reports, when we will be there, I think we will be coming to know what work we are doing already in the regions. But we'll try to incorporate also, let's see, media houses, what they are doing, what we can share with each other. But the report presentation by regions is going to help us to know more about our work, what we do in the field of evangelization and communication. Last suggestion.
Further, slowly we are forgetting the alternative media, folk and tribal media mainly. Only concentrating on the digital media. Why?
Maybe that is the need of the hour, and we have to read the signs of the signs of space and time and work accordingly. So maybe this is the time where AI is working and internet is functioning more, and people are on tech savvy, using technology. So how can we use that same alternative media or the olden methodology we used to have and bring it into in the making use of technology and come up with the modern trends which are available? That we all have to individually think upon in our ministry. So we'll think on that. The next year's theme will be on that. Yes. So thank you very much, my dear friends, fathers, sisters, and the youngsters present here, for beautifully sharing your ideas and your suggestions, areas to grow, and what all we can incorporate for making our next assembly a vibrant one. Thank you once again to each one of you. We will take a break for lunch. Yeah. Over to Father Olav for the announcement.
Okay, just one announcement. Some of the friends were asking whether we'll get something to take from Goa, and I don't think we will have time for shopping. But little things what we have done is that there are 2 t-shirts where it is written a gift from Goa. So you can buy this. These are actually we have purchased, and if it remains, we will be returning. Though the cost is of 500, they have given for 300 rupees. So if anyone wants, there are 2 sizes. It is one is 42 XL, and there's another one is 40 large. So if anyone wants, you can give your names here, and then you can take these other. Only red color, only this color. Outside
we have very colorful t-shirts available in red color only.
Actually, in the market, it is 500 rupees. Father has got it for 300 for our
And this
delegates.
is the color of the heart, red. So that's why we should go for it. It's costly outside, but cheaper here. We will be coming back after the lunch at 1:45, 45 minutes break, and we will begin
The
with
lunch is ready.
AGM.
Tomorrow for Mass, you'll need to carry your cassock. We will be having the Mass in Basilica. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Good day.
Excuse me, actually today morning, from Mada TV, we have given that calendar, and Tamil Nadu region one chiku packet. So those who are not collected, please collect from us. And there are some magazines also in the entrance, Father has informed me. So those who want to subscribe and take the magazine also, they can take.